I want to do some hard truths here. And here's the thing that I've learned over the years, and this goes back to Billy Gillispie. People don't like to be told things they don't want to hear. Shannon, they don't like to be told bad news. They just don't. You go back to the Billy Gillispie times. There were hints that things were going badly with Billy. And when you said them, you got destroyed if you were a media member. So people stopped saying them. Then, when he left and all the stuff came out, a lot of the criticisms were, why didn't everybody say this? Well, here's the answer, Shannon. Nobody wants to hear it. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to hear bad news. As a matter of fact, there are some people that don't want to hear it so much, they just dismiss it because, well, I don't want to hear it.
And they think you're the bad guy.
And you're the bad guy for saying it.
Right. That's right. Yes.
And that has happened with us a lot. Now, it's changed a little bit because there's a lot of fans frustrated with Cal. But there's a segment of this fan base, some of which are young and on Twitter, and some of which are on a message board and are older, who just want to dismiss anything this show says because they don't like me, because I'm on a different side, or because I'm a Democrat, or whatever the reason is. And that also then leads them to transfer that to Drew or to Ryan or to Shannon, etc. I don't know all that's going on behind the scenes, but what I know is what I'll talk about. And I will say to you, this is just a fact. Is this not fixable? Anything is fixable, but this is a fact. This program in the last few months has been in complete disarray. Nobody knows what's going to happen next, including the coaches. It has been in disarray, and anybody that says otherwise is just wrong. They were surprised with some of the guys that left. Towards the end, UK desperately tried to keep Oscar here, and they didn't. Now, it's looking like Ryan might lose Antonio Reeves. He is, now, I don't know that this is true, but there are multiple people saying he is enrolled at Illinois State so that he can get his credits, Ryan, so that he can transfer.
That's true. At the moment, he can't be a grad transfer. He can't
be a grad transfer, but if he finishes a summer of credits, he can, and he's taking them, again, according to some reports, at Illinois State. Well, Shannon, if he's taking them at Illinois State, it's because he doesn't want to be here, right?
Right. Yeah. Why wouldn't you take it here?
Why wouldn't you take it here? Kyle Tucker put out a tweet this morning that basically insinuated the ship has sailed on Reeves. I want you to think about the fact that we have no one that played a lot returning. We have whiffed on multiple grad transfers. And you can't say there's a plan when they've brought guys on campus and gone after them and they've all gone somewhere else. Was the plan, Shannon, to lose the guys on purpose?
No.
It has been in disarray. But here's the thing. Players come and go. That worries me less than the other stuff. And again, if people don't want to believe this, they don't have to. But this is the truth. Calipari has no connection with the main boosters of this program, specifically the main couple. And that's killing us. It just is. The people around the program can't talk to him. They don't know what to say to him. And he is completely isolated from everybody. I was happy to see the picture of him and Mitch in Washington. I'm glad that happened. Maybe that's the start of things getting better there. But it is not a secret to anybody that he has not had a relationship with Mitch. He does not have a relationship with the boosters. He does not have a relationship with the media. And a lot of the folks that have worked there in the last year or two have either gone or are about to go. I mean, you can just look at the names. Jay Lucas. Jay Lucas left Kentucky to go to Duke and work for a first-year head coach. He didn't leave, Ryan, to go work for Krzyzewski. He went to go work for John Shire.
True.
The program has been in disarray. I have people, and this has happened 3 times in the last 4 days, people who genuinely like and care about Kentucky basketball, but also genuinely like and care about Cal, say to me, Matt, what is going on? And the tough part is, I don't think there's an easy answer to that. And at this moment, we're looking like a roster that is going to be 8 freshmen and 2 sophomores, 3 of which Kentucky had no interest in even 3 weeks ago. That's a problem. It is. Now, could Cal make it work? He could. I still think he's a great coach. But the off-the-court stuff has made it to where Kentucky basketball is, and this was a direct quote, I wrote it down because I wanted to get it right. Matt, being around the UK basketball program right now is just no fun whatsoever.
My goodness.
And I think that's right. Ask yourself, why would Antonio Reeves leave? Why would Lance Ware leave? Why would C.J. Frederick leave? Damian Collins, I understand. Livingston and Oscar, I understand. But why do these guys leave? Why does David Jones go to Memphis instead of here? This is just not a place right now that people are excited to be around. They just aren't. And if you don't believe me, ask yourself this. When's the last time you heard Cal speak? When's the last time you've heard Cal talk? This was a man that back in the day, Ryan, you couldn't get him to stop talking.
Has it been since the Kansas State loss?
I think he's done one interview since the end of the season. I think it was with Dan Patrick.
Yep.
And I don't think he's talked since. And it's been March, April, May, June,
He talked to Jackson, but.
Talk to Jackson, which is nice of him.
Yeah.
That's 3.5 months. You ever remember Cal being silent for 3.5 months ever?
No, we couldn't keep him off the radio airwaves.
Or TV or anything, right? Where it's because they don't know what to say. They don't know what to say.
Afraid what they might be asked?
Maybe. But what are you going to say?
We got a plan.
There is no plan. No plan. There's no way the plan was to go with 8 freshmen, 3 of which you hadn't even offered until 2 weeks ago. That was not the plan. They've lost on everybody. There was a world they thought they might get Oscar back. They might get Livingston back. They might get Reeves back. They might get Frederick back. They got none of them back. And then they threw in a Lance Ware that they never thought they'd lose. And every person they've tried to get from the transfer portal, they've struck out on. But more importantly, the program is completely isolated from everyone that used to be part of it. And I don't know how that's going to be fixed. I still like John Calipari. I still think he's a good person. I still think he's a good coach. But the guy's got to look in the mirror. And he's got to look in the mirror and go, why has this happened? Why have I ended up out on this island? And if that doesn't get fixed, then it's hard for me to have any confidence, not just about next year, but about anything. And I know that's hard to listen to. And I know it's easy for people to say, oh, Matt, you're just upset. He won't come on his show. If he never comes on the show, he'll never come on this show again. I get it. But I want us to win. I want us to be excited. I want Kentucky basketball to be what it's been for the last, 11 years until the last 2 or 3. Has it felt like that since COVID?
No.
Has the excitement or happiness we felt about the baseball team or the football team the year we went to the Citrus Bowl or even the Reds last night, have we had anything like that around UK basketball in the last 3 years?
Not really.
No. And there's a reason, and it's got to change. And we can ignore that all we want, but at some point, it has to be accepted. 859-280-2287. We'll take a break and be right back. It's KSR.